So without further ado, while you guys are getting warmed up right now and sending us some questions in the live chat, we are going to get started with the question that we received throughout the week. You guys never have any shortage of questions, and you can ask them to us very easily by commenting on any of our videos. So the first question that we have today comes from Barclay Travel, and he actually sent us this question on Instagram. How did they find us on Instagram?
Well, you just need to search BackpackerGuide.NZ.
There you go. Hey, question for the Sunday show. Myself and my girlfriend are thinking of doing the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. We are probably going to be doing it in the last weekend of October. We're both really healthy and fit, but we are not experienced hiker. Do you think this would be a good time to go? And what would you recommend holding off on it? Thanks, Daniel. All right, Laura, tell us everything about the Tongariro Alpine Crossing.
Okay, so the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is probably the most popular day hike in New Zealand. It is a one-way hike going over some beautiful mountains in the Tongariro National Park and mainly featuring volcanic landscapes. You get to walk right past Mount Doom from the Lord of the Rings, which is like a proper volcanic cone like that.
If you do want to know, see more what the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is all about, there is a video on our channel about the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. So on the search bar of the channel, just type Tongariro and you'll find the video very easily.
Yeah, so the whole walk, like I said, it's a one-way walk and it is about 19.4 kilometers long. And because of the very limited parking around the area, it's best to take a shuttle from the nearby towns where you might be staying directly to the Tongariro Crossing, and then once you walk to the other end, you'll be able to use the same shuttle company to come and pick you up and either take you back to the start or take you back to your accommodation. So the thing is, Barclay Travels asked if at the end of October is a good time to walk the Tongariro Crossing, and actually this is the time of the year where the Tongariro Crossing shuttles start to work again, because within winter you can't usually do the Tongariro Crossing unless you're with a guide, because it's usually covered in snow, and also if you have the right equipment like crampons and ice picks, are they called?
I think they're called ice picks, yeah.
So yeah, usually in winter that's not the best time for people to casually hike the Tongariro Crossing, but usually on the last weekend of October is when things start to just amp up again on the Tongariro Crossing and you can start walking it independently.
All right, so the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is not too hard. The level of fitness that you mentioned, if you're healthy and fit, I mean, we don't consider ourselves like the most fittest in the world, but it is quite an easy, it's an easy walk, but it's long, right? It's 19.4 kilometers, as you said. So you will need to kind of, prepare yourself well, but otherwise it's kind of an easy walk to do. I mean, there is a part which is a little bit steep called the Devil's Staircase, and yeah, it's probably going to get you out of breath, but it's just a fun part. And how long would you say that is? By like 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's say it's 15, 20 minutes. It's really not that long. As per accessing facilities, there are facilities all along the way, so it's kind of one of those less adventurous kind of walk. You have how many different toilets along the way?
I think there's about 7 now.
So 7 different toilets along the way, so you'll be able to actually use the facilities as well. So it's kind of it's more like one of those fancy kind of hike, more than you're thrown in the middle of the wilderness. So your level of fitness is not going to be a problem for you, Barclay Travel. You are going to be able to do the crossing very easily. There are a lot of families doing the crossing. There's a lot of people very unfit that do the crossing, and you probably will see them hiking next to you. So don't worry, you should be totally good with that. But that's not to say that you shouldn't be very well prepared when you want to do the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, since it's basically going to be a full day walk. You're going to go there with a shuttle, as Laura explained, and you need to get there with the right equipment. Do you want to go over the equipment?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, you're going to need a day pack, because there are going to be a few things that you'll want to pack for the day. First of all, you're going to want to have some food, because it is a full day hike. Usually people walk it in about 6 to 8 hours. Midway through the day, you're probably going to get very peckish, so you're going to want to pack some lunch, maybe some some snacks as well to keep you going throughout the day. But most importantly, you do need to have plenty of water with you. Just note that this is a hike which is really exposed. There's not much undercover, so if it is really sunny, then you get thirsty super quickly and you can easily get dehydrated. So have at least 3 liters of water with you for the entire day, which I know that some people think, I do not want to carry 3 liters of water, that's so heavy on my backpack. Like that, usually people, we do know a lot of people usually decide to just take a small 1 liter bottle or something, and it's, no, you definitely need enough it's
water.
Definitely
3 liters per person.
Best to take more than what you need, so that's absolutely the main thing. So other things you'll need is also some sunscreen, because like I said, there's nowhere to, well, there's only a small section of forest at the end of the hike to be under the shade.
At the time you reach the section of forest which actually will provide you shade, you already burnt.
Yes, exactly.
So don't think you're gonna, you do need the sun protection along the way for sure, and you need to reapply throughout the day.
Yeah. And and the New Zealand sun is very intense as well. It's even though New Zealand isn't exactly a tropical country, the sun here is really intense with the UV rays due to a hole in the ozone layer that lies just above New Zealand. So trust us, when you feel it, you'll know that it's a lot stronger here.
Actually, I would recommend having a sun hat. Actually, I would recommend sun hat, like just a baseball cap or one of those sun hat. I don't know what it's called, but
I think it's just called a sun hat.
Yeah.
And also speaking about the weather does change really quickly on the Tongariro crossing. Clouds come and go, like the weather can literally be 4 seasons in a day. So with that in mind, you're going to want to have some extra layers packed in your bag as well. You can use some like under layers, merino wool layers, for instance, have some mid layers, like just like an extra fleece or an extra jumper or something. Then on top of that, it's a good idea to have a rain jacket because it could rain at any time. And also it can be really windy at the top of the exposed mountain areas. So having like a rain jacket or something like that really breaks the wind and keeps you warm. So definitely make sure that you have all the appropriate layers also at the ready, either wearing them or in your backpack. And also you're going to want to have some sturdy walking or hiking shoes. I think for the most of New Zealand, you do want a good pair of shoes because most of the activities here involves hiking. So it's always a good idea to have some good shoes. So definitely make sure that you've got those on for the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. Your camera.
I got distracted. Someone asked a very good question there, and I'm actually trying to figure it out.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, obviously, your camera, because it's a super scenic area. It's really awesome to walk over a volcano. There's beautiful emerald lakes, which is vibrant green. Then there's another lake called the Blue Lake, which is blue. The last thing I would like to mention about the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is that it's an absolutely stunning area of the country. So when you're going to be going to do the crossing, you're going to have some food, you're going to have some snacks. Please make sure to pack your rubbish with you. So I would advise having an extra bag with you, like a little plastic bag or something, where you will be able to put your apple core, if you eat an apple, your wrapper, if you eat some snacks, and all of that. So you actually take this rubbish away with you and don't leave them where it is. So it's so important to actually take care of that beautiful hike. So make sure that you do have plenty of space in your backpack to be able to take your rubbish with you. There is really no reason for you to leave anything behind in such an amazing place. And since there is such a big amount of traffic on the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, if everybody leave one piece of trash there, then it becomes quickly uncontrollable. So please be aware of that. We've sadly seen some people do some not really nice things along the track. And so, any chance we can, we just kind of say that. But I don't want to tell you off too much. It's an amazing hike. You're going to love it. Yeah. It's really epic. Check out the video on our YouTube channel. And you're going to really love it. If you did find this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. And also it will help you find out more often when we get our videos coming out or joining us in this live session, which is really cool as well. And obviously we're going to put some links in the description below, so you can just scroll the description, click on the link, and you are right in the right place straight away.